This weekend, the challenge is on for Gary residents. Yep, talking about Gary, Indiana, and it's called the Race for the Arts, and it's a scavenger hunt that takes participants through various neighborhoods, restaurants, clubs, and along the way, you get to enjoy some incredible art. And joining me now is McKenya Dilworth-Smith and Tony Simpson. Welcome, ladies. Thanks so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
So let's talk about Race for the Arts. First, let's start with what it is and what or who it benefits.
So Race for the Arts is basically, I need you to put your mind around scavenger hunt meets the amazing race. Right? And so the intention is to get familiarized with the different arts and cultural entities within the city of Gary. And you're going to do this by total immersion. So we're going to have arts challenges that range from anything from a complicated yoga pose.
How complicated?
Yeah, complicated, you know, and everything is timed. And 40 is significant, 40 seconds is significant because 2 of our Arts Council members have reached the milestone of 40 years of existence. And so that's what we're really trying to drive home, that we are here, we've been here, we're going to continue to be here.
You know, one of the things that caught our attention was, I think, the requirement that you have to build, I think it was like a model of a building in Gary out of marshmallows or something like that, right? Spaghetti.
Spaghetti and
yeah, how are you going to do that? So it's challenges like this one.
Yes.
But you know, Tony, I want to touch on something that McKenya said, is reminding people the Arts Council in Gary is there. And as I said to you off camera, I think it's really wonderful to highlight this positive sort of arts initiative in Gary because, you know, I'm going to be very frank, a lot of times when people think Gary, they don't think arts, but yet that community exists.
You know, that's funny that you said that, Dana, because that's the whole purpose of the Gary Arts Council. We are showing in this race that arts and culture are alive and has always been alive in Gary. We lead the world in arts and culture. Namesake, Michael Jackson, Avery Brooks, Deep Space Nine, William Marshall, Blackula. There is so much arts and culture and so much talent, rich talent, that has come out of Gary and that has contributed to the world.
So who do you think would most benefit from this race today? I mean, who is it for all ages?
It's 8 to 80.
8 to 80.
I like to say 8 to 80, and you know the rest of that. The whole thing about going there. So that's why it's so crucial that we share and introduce or reintroduce to a new demographic, actually, because as you mentioned, Gary is going through a transition, and so many people come and they're like, there's no arts and culture. The beautiful thing about the Gary Arts Council, the collective of artists that are in it are doing the work. I'm also a part of the Gary International Black Film Festival, which is embedded in the Gary Arts Council, and we are international. So Morning Bishop Theater Playhouse, you know, so we all have these other artistic things that we're doing, but we are bringing awareness to our city and to the surrounding
And this is happening this afternoon, 3 to 6. Right? All right. I'm sure it's, I really hope it's a success. Tony, McKenya, thank you for being here with me to talk about it.
Absolutely.
And if you want to get in on the fun, there is still sign-up time. There's a QR code right there on your screen, which you can use to sign up. So if you do, and I hope you do, happy scavenger hunting.
And our partners are very important, like Northwest Indiana Health Disparities.
Great.
GPTC, Railcat Stadium, Jay's Breakfast Club, and
D&K Soul Food.
All right, there we go.